Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Rambling RunOff. I am your host, Robert Rios, here to give you the sports news I think you need to hear. And with me today, and as always, virtually through my screen, is Mr. Danny Tan. Danny, say what's up to the people.
What's up, y'all?
Yes, we got a lot to unpack as always. We just had the big game over the past weekend, the Super Bowl 58, which was interesting in many and different ways, all around game. If you missed it, it's okay, it's fine, but hey, it was a little bit of a doozy towards the end, but we'll get into it in a bit. And yeah, we're also going to be going over the MLS, which is going to start up in about a week. The first game is, I believe, the 21st of February, so we're going to start previewing it now. And then for the warm-up, we're going to be talking about the unwritten rules of sports and give our opinions on it, because I got a lot of stuff to say, honestly. And then, of course, in the rundown, we have a bunch of stuff jumbled up in there, so stick around and see what we're going to talk about there. But yeah, just to kind of, before we start getting into that actual sports, Danny, we had the Super Bowl this past weekend.
Yeah.
Were you able to watch it?
Yes, I was able to watch it. I tried to play around an 18 before the Super Bowl. Didn't work out. It was backed up. I only got to 9 holes, and I ended up missing the kickoff. But yeah, I got to watch all of the Super Bowl, basically from the end of the first quarter and on. What about you, Rob? Were you able to watch the Super Bowl?
No, yeah, of course. Me and my girlfriend went out to a local brewery. Local around the city, but not nearby my house or anything. But yeah, we went to some like random brewery that we just found, and we just kind of just found a spot there, and we watched it there. But
nice.
Before we get into the actual game, Danny, you want to tell us like what was your favorite part? Like you had we had the halftime show, commercials. What intrigued you about this year's Super Bowl?
Yeah, halftime show was pretty good. I thought the beginning of Usher's halftime show was kind of crazy because he was dancing and shit, but like you couldn't even really hear the music in the back. So he was like dancing to like very like low ambient music, which is his own music. I was like, oh, okay, kind of weird. And it went on for like an extended period, but then picked back up when he brought like other people on the stage and whatnot. That's pretty cool.
No, I mean that. Yeah, I thought it was. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm the biggest Usher fan, or it made me, get out of my seat and start boogieing. But I mean, it was pretty good. Yeah, Usher came out. Obviously, he had Alicia Keys with him.
Yep.
Ludacris. Dang it, I'm forgetting that guy they were making fun of. Oh, Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah.
I was like, he looks familiar. Like for a second, me and my girlfriend thought it was CeeLo Green, but
everybody thought it was CeeLo Green for a second.
Upon further investigation, it was Jermaine Dupri, who has a couple good bangers, but he's old now. Ludacris made an appearance. Her made an appearance, and then I think that was Lil Jon. How did I forget that? Lil Jon also came up on stage with him as well. And yeah, I mean, that was a pretty good show. But we talked about the commercials not so long ago, Danny. So, what was your favorite commercial that you saw? There's no way that you didn't see any of them.
Yeah, I watched some of them, but like none of them like were good.
There was nothing like eye catching.
No, I mean the one that I remember the most is because they played it like 5 times. It's that Beyonce, Apple Music one, whatever, or Verizon, Beyonce Verizon.
Yeah.
They played like 5 times. What else?
I don't remember that. I remember seeing it the one time.
Yeah, they played like 5 times.
I remember they played the Temu commercials like 5 times.
Fucking Temu pissed me off, man. Like, damn, they spent a lot of money on this Super Bowl. They kept watching. Like, not only was it like on repeat, the slogan wasn't even good. Shop like a billionaire. Like, who are you trying to appeal to?
And they take your money?
Exactly. I was like, bro, you are Wish 2.0. Relax.
Yeah, exactly. I know even like the Budweiser commercial was kind of lackluster. I'm like, bro, it's just a horse and the dog.
Yeah, the horse and the dog. I mean, that's
no story
classic,
or nothing.
Yeah, it's just a horse and the dog. I was like, all right, there's a horse and dog, whatever. Yeah, there wasn't anything that was super funny or that really stood out to me other than that, I guess.
I mean, Beyonce dropped new music. Kanye did a commercial. He spent no money on the actual budget of the video. The thing that cost them the most was the $7 million price tag for the commercial.
Just to get the ad.
Yeah, he could have just done a Instagram post for free, but
That's crazy.
it gets the message out there. What else was there? DoorDash did a commercial where they would give you whatever item that you saw during the commercials, but what it was, they're like, here, type in all the ads that we have, but you had to type in that specific promo code, and they posted it in the commercial, but you have to like read the whole thing, and it's like 100 words.
Oh shit.
Let me see, I'm trying to think. And then I know you're like, oh, there's no ads for movies. Bro, the first commercial was a commercial for the Deadpool trailer.
Oh, I saw the trailer.
It was Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it too.
Lame.
I'm excited. Oh, you're whack. There was also a trailer for Wicked.
Oh, I didn't see that.
No, yeah. Bro, what do you mean? You're hating on Deadpool? There's a funny, if you watch the trailer again, in the background where he's fighting, there's the 21st Century Fox logo, and it's buried in the dirt because it's dead.
Huh. That's funny.
Let's see, that is funny. Haha.
Yeah,
they were teasing Wolverine, so
that's cool.
Hopefully it's not. I hope it's not one of those. Well, it's not called Deadpool 3. It's Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, but
so
that kind of puts him outside of the MCU, though. It's crazy.
Well, he does say your whole little MCU is all about to change.
Oh. Huh. I don't know. I don't know how they loop him in.
I don't know. I mean, remember, in Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, there's different multiverses, so.
Alright.
So, we have to agree to disagree until the film comes out.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
But, yeah. That was everything outside of the game. But, Danny, are you ready to start sports rambling now?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty then, everybody. Your Super Bowl 58 champions of the National Football League, if you have not heard, are the Kansas City Chiefs, who were victorious over the San Francisco 49ers 25-22 in overtime. Mr. Patrick Mahomes rallied the Chiefs to his second straight Super Bowl title, and they have become the first back-to-back Super Bowl champions in 19 years. Mahomes wasn't at his best early on and threw an interception, but with the game on the line, he was a magician once again. He finished 34 of 46 for 333 yards with 2 touchdowns. The 28-year-old Mahomes becomes the fourth quarterback to win 3 Super Bowls, joining Tom Brady, Joe Montana, Terry Bradshaw, and Troy Aikman, and he is also the second youngest. His counterpart, Brock Purdy for the 49ers, went 23 of 38, 225 yards, and had his 1 touchdown. Including all in the offense as well. Christian McCaffrey ran for 22 carries and 80 yards, and he had his 1 touchdown, which was off a pass. And for everybody else that's wondering, Mr. Travis Kelce, he had 9 receptions for 93 yards, but more or less had a quiet night. A lot of the offense was going through. Oh, I know, right?
For Andy Reid.
No, of course, Mr. Kelce was adamant to be playing on the field as he went up to his head coach Andy Reid, screaming and hollering like, "Hey, man!
After you put him out,
give me the damn ball." And then, but a lot of the offense was going towards Isaiah Pacheco, so he had a lot of running on the night. But to be fair, Danny, would you say this game, the first half was sloppy? There was mistakes filled all around, both sides of the ball. You had Christian McCaffrey fumbling the ball, Isaiah Pacheco fumbling the ball, and it didn't really come a back and forth affair until the fourth quarter and overtime. Because this was only the second Super Bowl to be tied after regulation, and the first to be played under new overtime rules that ensured that both teams got the ball offensively. So, would you agree on that? Sorry, I know it was long-winded.
No, yeah. The defenses were pretty solid all night, I think, except until the end. The 49ers stepped up a little bit on the defensive end. I thought, if they had won, Christian McCaffrey should have got the MVP if the Niners had won. Because especially up to the end, they were giving him the ball nearly every play for a couple of those last drives. And every single time he touched the ball, it was a gain. There was a quick succession. I think even in OT when he grabbed the ball off of one pass, 2 runs, and he was gaining an insane amount of yards off of such a tough defense. He was finding the pocket every single time. So it was really back and forth. Like you said, only in the fourth really, but that first couple of quarters they really had Pat Mahomes startled, and they had him, I guess, second guessing every time he wanted to throw the ball. They really were able to force him into a small pocket and push him off to either side to chase down and get him uncomfortable. Yeah, so the Niners defense really stepped up.
Yeah, I mean, you were partially right. I mean, I could tell Mahomes really wanted to be a gunslinger, like how you said. He was going to try to be risky, but when he did actually pull the trigger, he got intercepted.
Yeah.
So it was like, whoa, I guess I can't be doing all my crazy shit out here.
Yep.
But, I mean, the mistakes, I mean, it was sloppy, but there was just too many mistakes all around on both sides. But would you also agree and care to explain on your comment, the 49ers mistakes were more impactful than the Kansas City mistakes?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Would you agree on that?
For sure. They had a couple of false starts. Like, in the first half, their own mistakes put them down. Like, they could have been up, I would say even like 21 points to 3, or however many the Chiefs would have had. The Chiefs defense was good, but they had so many openings. The Chiefs defense had holes in it, but a couple false starts here and there. Brock Purdy getting a little bit nervous when the pocket started to collapse on him. It was just like little small things that ended drives that could have been huge for them. That could have been scoring drives. Definitely put them behind. Well, not behind, but it didn't give them the opportunity to get ahead. Exactly. Yeah. So if they had gotten ahead a little bit more early on, I think they definitely would have won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, like they would need to be up like 17-3, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, they could have been. They honestly could have been another touchdown. Yeah. They had like 3 drives where in that first half that could have resulted in a score. Even a field goal would have won the game, if anything else had gone.
No, yeah,
the same way.
One of those mistakes is that they missed the point after. You had 2 mistakes on special teams. You had the one where the point after got blocked. So instead of a 4-point game, it was a 3-point game. Yep. And then you just had a muffed punt in quotations because you had the ball bounce off of one of your own players, which is just unfortunate.
Yeah,
and of course the Chiefs were able to score off of that. Like the Chiefs needed a mistake to score a touchdown because they weren't getting any. They were literally getting nothing out of the offense.
But yeah, that bounce off of I forgot whose foot it was. That was crazy. I don't know why you would even be close to the ball. You weren't even going to try to attempt a fair catch. Like he wasn't even going to catch it.
It was Ray McLeod couldn't scoop a punt that hit teammate Darrell Luter Jr.'s leg, letting the Chiefs recover. There you go. Well, I mean,
it wasn't off a punt. It was off of a kick return, right?
It was off of a punt.
A punt. Oh, my bad.
So McLeod, I think he had already signaled for the fair catch. Well, of course, when you're playing special teams, that you can't just let the defenders still just run past by you.
Yeah.
Because and for this specific reason, like if he muffs the punt, and then like the defenders are already down there, like what are you gonna say? Like, oh, well, I thought he already called for a catch. Like, no,
for nothing.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, it was a misfortunate bounce. That's what it was. It bounced by his leg. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, also, yeah, if it wasn't for that, the Chiefs would not have scored, because they couldn't score like for a majority of the game. So that's what made this contest a little bit interesting too, is that the Chiefs struggled. I was like, how y'all struggling, dude? But also the Niners, both defense. Okay, remember we were talking about last week? I was saying what we don't want is just a defensive slugfest and the offensive generating nothing.
That was basically
we almost got that. Yeah, we almost got that again, because you don't want a 0-0 scoring. Like, come on, like that first half, that first quarter was boring as fuck. Like, honestly, like, what the hell am I seeing here? Like, I was hoping, like, I was like, damn it, we're getting fucking Patriots and the Rams again.
I think
But
the
yeah,
second
that's what I was
quarter
like.
was more brutal because it was scoreless right up until the end. The second quarter was
Yeah, like
brutal.
I mean, you had like a bunch of shit. I mean, a bunch of shit just started hitting the fan. Like you had players getting hurt. You had people. I don't know. It's just anything and everything that could have happened. Like basically almost Murphy's Law effect.
Yep.
Anything that could go wrong went wrong. But yeah, I mean, I have a bunch of notes here. I'm trying to see where can we go from here, because even the whole game, I mean, just the whole game itself was just out of whack. Um, I mean, we could just go to the last drive basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mahomes he ran 8 yards on a 4th and 1 to keep the Chiefs their chances alive, and then he scrambled again for 19 yards, setting up the game winning score. And that was after they had already almost used up all of overtime. So I think it was 15 minutes. They had already used up 14 minutes and 57 seconds were already used up. There was like 30 seconds left by the time they got to the goal line.
Yeah, because I think they were at the 30 or something, and it was like a minute and 20 seconds or 30 seconds.
Yeah, that was
like
when he scrambled.
Yeah.
And just before that, I mean, if they won, they would have gone. I have never seen this. They would have gone to a second overtime, Danny.
Yeah, because they were close enough. Once he hit that first scramble, I was like, right, field goal range. He has to go for it. And then the pocket opened up and he scrambled again. I was like, oh, now it's touchdown time, baby.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, and then after that, he connected to a wide open Hardman. Chiefs ran onto the field, ran yellow confetti onto the turf.
Yep.
But, as always, it always sucks when the confetti isn't for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess to move on again, I guess to kind of backtrack, crucial points of the game. Like I mentioned, Christian McCaffrey had the lone touchdown of the first half. By the way, the first touchdown of the game. Jennings, a wide receiver, who by the way has never thrown a pass in an NFL game, tossed a 20-yard touchdown pass to Christian McCaffrey. Jennings was hit in the process, but threw a wobbly-looking pass across the field. But hey, McCaffrey, he snagged it and sprinted up the sideline into the end zone, giving the Niners the 6-0 lead. Then of course the point after 7-0. Yeah. Oh, here we go. I have it right. Jawan Jennings. He is the second quarterback, I believe, to throw a touchdown. He joins Eagles quarterback Nick Foles 6 years ago as the only player to do both in the Super Bowl. Oh, he threw a TD pass and caught one. So he joins Nick Foles, who 6 years ago did that. Sorry, I wrote my notes all weird. Then the action picked up after a crucial blunder by the special teams, who set up Patrick Mahomes for a 16-yard TD pass to Marquez Valdez-Scantling for a 13-10 lead. Then San Francisco's Ray McLeod, as I said, couldn't scoop up the punt that hit his teammate Leonard Jr.'s leg. And of course, the Chiefs recovered there. The Niners answered on the next possession, though, with Purdy tossing a 10-yard TD pass to Jennings for a 16-13 lead. Moody's extra point was then blocked after Moody's 53-yard field goal. And continuing on, Moody then did give him the lead, 19-16, with a minute and 53 seconds remaining. Then, of course, Mahomes and Kelsey went to work. Mahomes connected with Kelsey for a 22-yard gain to set up Harrison Butker's tying kick, a 29-yard kick with 3 seconds left. And then a holding call on Kansas City's Trent McDuffie extended San Francisco's opening drive of overtime, and Purdy made key throws to drive the 49ers to the Chiefs' 9, but ultimately their drive ended there, and San Francisco settled for a field goal. And that is thus where the Chiefs went the opposite direction and got their game-winning touchdown. But some notes to know of in regards to this game. San Francisco's Mr. Shanahan fell to 0-2 as a head coach in Super Bowls and 0-3 overall, including a loss when he was offensive coordinator for Atlanta. That was the game in which Tom Brady and the Patriots rallied from a 28-3 deficit to win in overtime as well. Which, now that I think of it, I believe this might be the second time where he blows a double-digit lead in the Super Bowl. So, take that as you will.
That's insane.
And also, the attendance was announced 61,629 at the relatively compact Allegiant Stadium, the smallest crowd in Super Bowl history except for the pandemic game in Tampa, Florida 3 years ago. And just like a point, there wasn't a lot of penalties in this game.
No, there wasn't.
I feel like the refs let them play a lot, which is good. I didn't see anything dirty or mischievous in my.
Yeah, I saw a couple of things that could have been called as pass interference, but I think they just let them play on the outside. You know, you could have called them. It could have gone the other way too. So I like that they let them play for sure. There was crazy. Was that Jennings pass, the one where it was pitch back and then he threw it forward for
Yes.
But yeah, that was an insane pass. Yeah, for the Niners score.
Dude, when he did that, I was like, oh, I was like, what the fuck? I was like so confused because they spread the field out. Honestly,
yeah, they spread it out and then they pulled it back as well, and I was like, wow, this is the risky play that I did not think the Niners would have done, but it's what was necessary for, or to get through such a tight Kansas City defense. It really threw everyone for a loop.
Oh no, of course. I mean, they kind of dug deep into that playbook for that one because that was the second quarter. Up until that point, it was goose eggs on the board. Like, you had to try it. I mean, you had to try it. It's a Super Bowl. Like, it's now or nothing. Like, I went. It's kind of like when we were talking about the Lions and them going in on fourth down twice.
Yeah.
Like, you're already almost there. Like, these are already big games.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, what's the problem? Like, I didn't have a problem with it. Like, it worked out in the end anyway. You gave it to like you had your best player finishing the play, so I mean, go for it. But the fact that right after that, I mean, would you admit that the Niners gave up on the run play? Because you like how you're saying Christian McCaffrey got the ball towards the end.
Yeah.
What happened in the middle?
Yeah, it was so successful at the end. I was like, why the fuck didn't they give this man the ball the entire game? Like, he was doing so well. I think they were depending on Samuels and who's the other guy? Ayuk.
Ayuk. Yeah.
Ayuk.
Yeah, Debo was great. I mean, he almost picked up I think he pulled his hamstring, but I think he was able to.
Yeah, and he came
recover.
back. There was one play where he was grabbing at his shoulder. After he hit the ground. After I forget what the play was, but I was like, dude, he's been having shoulder injuries or like a shoulder issue this whole season, and he's still playing through this.
No, yeah,
he was just crazy.
Picked up a knock in the playoffs, I believe. But even Kyle Shanahan even admitted, he's like, without him, we can't even use half our playbook.
Wow, it's true.
Because he's that good. He's that
yeah.
that much of a utility player. So, I mean, yeah, he had a great game. Ayuk was, doing Ayuk things. I think George Kittle, the tight end for the Niners,
he went out with like a quick shoulder injury and then came back too.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what? I think they wrapped or he put a compression shirt on. Who knows what?
I'm sure. I'm sure they just wrapped the hell out of his shoulder.
Yeah, I mean, they must have did that shit quick because he was out in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But I mean, overall, I wouldn't say. Okay, I was watching PTI. And they were saying this was like one of the best Super Bowls of all time, which, all right.
Ooh, that's debatable. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that is debatable. It was interesting because, you had that back and forth affair in like 2 quarters in the span of an hour and a half, 2 hours. But like, where was that the other 2 hours? Bro, this was a 4-hour game. You're telling me for the first 2 hours there was nothing? Fuck out of here, man. Like, as a casual, as someone that probably, not me, if I were a casual, I probably would have turned the TV off, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
especially
or change the channel.
Yeah, especially after halftime. I'm sure a lot of people would turn off TV.
Yeah, because it was a defensive showdown, but also like,
no one wants to watch that. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Speaking of watch, though,
like, come on,
was the most watched Super Bowl of all time? I think it
Oh
was
yeah,
like
because
120 something million viewers over streaming and TV.
I
Um,
had saw this stat, but I forgot to write it down.
yeah, but this is also take it with a grain of salt because they're adding numbers for people who go and watch at bars and stuff too. It's like a new way to calculate viewership. So take that with a
Yeah.
grain of salt. But
No, yeah, of course.
yeah,
But I
do you have
mean, it's still a lot
anything?
of people.
Oh, for sure. I think it still doesn't compare to. We'll probably talk about it in our next topic, but soccer, which gets like billions of views for like World Cup and all that stuff. But
Oh no,
um,
of course. I mean, yeah, I did see some videos. People were like, "Oh yeah, I mean, the Super Bowl is still good." I mean, they're making. Some people were actually making decent points. They're like, "Oh well, with the like World Cup final, you don't get like a show and all this other stuff." I'm like,
yeah,
yes, you are correct. Because it's not a show. It's a proper contest because there's no commercials. They they've been trying to do some sort of entertainment, but I think the made let's see like 90% of the soccer community is just not having it.
yeah,
Um,
just
so a
like
lot of gatekeeping, which is not necessarily a good or a bad thing, but it is what it is.
yep,
So, but yeah, because of many reasons, they can't make it a show.
yeah,
Does that make any sense? Not that they
yeah.
don't want
It
to,
makes
it's just they
sense.
can't. It's just physically impossible.
Yeah. They fans want to keep the sport pure, and I'm glad that they're doing it that way.
No, yeah. But yeah, I
Did
mean, I
you have
think it was
anything else? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Rob.
oh, I was just gonna say, I mean, it was overall a decent game to watch. It was competitive at points, which is I think is fair to say. It was lackluster in many other ways, but yeah, I wouldn't say this was the best Super Bowl of all time. It just happened to go in overtime. It just happened that a lot of shit happened in like
Yeah, to push it into
a
the
small
seat.
period of time. Is that fair
Yes.
to say?
Yeah, for sure. Um,
But yeah, Danny, as someone that doesn't watch a lot of football, can you tell me one thing that you learned from all this past NFL season?
yeah. I mean, I think it's been a pretty competitive NFL season. I think most people, like in the NFL community, would have liked to watch a Detroit versus Baltimore game. Two underdogs, two Cinderella stories to get through. But I mean, I think it was still a good contest. I got two small comments at the end. One, Viva Las Vegas. That was crazy at the end. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah, I
And
saw it later.
and then the the other thing, how about that D, baby?
There you go, Chris Jones from the Kansas City Chiefs leading the defense.
That was Andy Reid, my guy.
No, I know him, but I'm saying who
Yeah.
was on the field playing.
Yeah, Chris Jones. Yeah,
But yeah, I think that more or less wraps it up here. Thank you everybody for a great NFL season, and coming up very soon is the NFL draft, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, Danny, is that it? That's all you got, sir?
yep. How about that D, baby?
All right, bet. Pause on that. Moving on now from American football to world football, kinda. But we're staying here in the U.S., of course. We'll be going to previewing the MLS season, which is about to start in it starts the 21st. What is that? A week? 2 weeks?
About a week and a day.
Yeah, a week. But yeah, February 21st is the opening game for Major League Soccer, where we will have Inter Miami taking on Real Salt Lake. I'm just gonna go over a couple of the games here that catch my eye. But yeah, that's the opener on Wednesday, February 21st. And then after that, we have a slate of weekend games for Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, February 24th, we have the Columbus Crew going up against Atlanta United. Columbus, the reigning champs, going to be going up. I believe they are going to. Why didn't I write down where they're at? I always do this. I always get like a bunch of notes, put it down. Okay, up is home. Yeah, they will be hosting Atlanta United. I thought they would be traveling. No, yeah, they're hosting Atlanta United. LAFC will be hosting Seattle. DC United will be hosting New England. Philadelphia Union will be hosting the Chicago Fire. And then, let me see what's in their game. Portland will be hosting the Colorado Rapids on Saturday the 24th. And there are a couple more games on there as well. if you guys are interested in seeing them. And then Sunday we have 3 games, which will include Cincinnati versus Toronto, Nashville hosting New York Red Bulls, and then the late game, the last game, which is probably the game everyone's going to be having all eyes on, will be the LA Galaxy hosting Inter Miami at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time at Dignity Health Sports Park. Danny, I know you don't watch a lot of soccer, but are you excited for this year's MLS season?
Of course, my reigning champs, Columbus Crew, coming back. I'm excited to see. Yeah, I'm gonna try to go to one more soccer game. Maybe try to catch one or two. I don't want to set my expectations too high or set too lofty a goal that I end up procrastinating and leaving it in the dust. So I'm gonna set a goal of 1 to 2 games this season to get me to watch, tune in, and get into it. Maybe go to one in person, maybe 2. But yeah, I'm excited to see how the season shakes out. I want my Columbus Crew to make it. If LAFC gets to the final again, I'd like to talk trash to Rob. That'd be a lot of fun. We'll see how Messi does this season. Yeah, I wonder if he's thinking of retirement anytime soon. We'll see.
I mean, I think Messi is going to give it a year, maybe another year. He's going to be here for at least a year or 2. So we'll have to wait and see how they utilize him. Just to let you know, Columbus did give up one of their players. I think it was Julian Gressel. He now plays with Inter Miami, by the way, if I am correct.
Ooh.
So it was one of your bench. Well, he was a starter in like his first couple years here. Moved to the a bench position with Columbus, but they would always mix and match. So he could either come off the bench or he could start for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a proven. He now has 2 championships. One with Atlanta, and the other now with Columbus. So
damn, man, he's facing his old team, huh? Sheesh.
No, I know, right? Because yeah, I think they're in the East. So we have to wait and see with that. But yeah, I mean, a couple other games I have on here: Charlotte playing New York City, Orlando City, Montreal, Austin, Minnesota United, Dallas and the Quakes, Houston Dynamo going up against Kansas City, and St. Louis going up against Real Salt Lake on that Saturday. But I'm going to talk about some signings really quick, and I'll probably go into all the teams and see what catches my eye, and probably go over whatever signings I can find throughout, because all the signings are popping up very fast, which I would like to point out. There hasn't been a lot of big name signings, but there's been a lot of sightings. Does that kind of intrigue you, Danny, or no?
I mean, I think that's kind of it seems like it's kind of the trend for most sports this year, or the last couple of seasons, where not a lot of big names are being signed until kind of deadlines, like right before the beginning of the season or right after. Things shake out a little bit more. I think most teams are hitting a pace where they're like, we kind of have our core of players. We don't want to give up too much. So we want to get a couple pieces here and there. So I feel like it's just a trend across quite a few sports.
No, yeah. So what a lot of people on the internet are starting to say, and what they're starting to notice, especially me, I noticed it very quickly. A lot of people wanted an extension or a growth of the salary cap in MLS, and I guess the owners are divided on it, so they didn't end up moving the needle or the thread for the salary cap. But it turns out they didn't, because they could already spend a lot. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I mean,
they could have. A lot of teams that are signing players are teams that never sign people. Like, what? Like, you're telling me you guys could have thrown this cash all along, instead of us like having to beg you to, us thinking that, oh, we can't afford better players because of the salary cap. Well, I mean, I'm looking at like a team like Colorado, for example. They just signed a goalkeeper, Zach Steffen, who's been playing in the Premier League, but he's been bouncing around due to the fact he can't get any playing time. And then they also signed defender Sam Vines, who's like he's a decent player as well. And just for context, Danny, Colorado was like dog water last year. Like they finished dead last. But also they've had seasons where they'll like sign cheap and start winning, but they're signing big right now. So we'll have to wait and see how this all works out, because they're a team that's known not to spend money, which has been like, I don't know, it's an old way of thinking, like with MLS squads, like especially if you're an older MLS team. Like if you're a newer MLS team, you have like the bigger leash to like go out and spend, because you have expansion team money, basically. But also a lot of these like original clubs, like they have money, but they just decide not to spend. Because let me see, I have it right here. I think even Chicago signed somebody. Let me see if I can find it. This is embarrassing. But yeah, I think Chicago even signed the guy. And Chicago's another team that's not known to sign people. So it's like, what the heck's going on? Like, all this time you guys could have been making your teams better, but you didn't. Like, why do you think they did that, Danny?
I'm gonna be honest, I have no goddamn idea. If you're already, I don't know. I have no idea.
What are you gonna say?
You know,
I mean, but it doesn't make no sense, huh?
Yeah. If you got the money,
like,
why aren't you gonna do something? I don't know.
I have no idea. Oh, here we go. Like Chicago Fire, they acquired Hugo Cyprus as a designated player via transfer from Belgian First Division side by Ghent, KAA Ghent. The transfer according to Instagram, the transfer marks the largest acquisition fee in club history. That's
crazy.
What the fuck? Chicago Fire was established in 1998. They won their first trophy the first year of their existence.
Oh, whoa, that's crazy.
Like, yeah, that's why I'm telling you. Like, what the fuck? Like, they literally, I mean, a couple years ago they got Bastian dang it, I used to be able to say it. Bastian Schweinsteiger. Dang it, I used to be able to say it. But I know you don't know who he is, but he's won lots of trophies. He won the World Cup, so he's kind of important.
Sick.
So maybe they figured we don't. Well, I do remember. Okay, around that time they did get a new owner, so I want to figure maybe the new owner figured, why are we gonna sign an older player and not get our money's worth?
Yeah.
You know, maybe that was their thought process. But also remember this guy. I don't know if you know him, but his name's Lionel Messi.
Oh, I don't know.
He kind of makes your teams look like shit. So I'm assuming that's what happened. And I'm guessing everyone's saying, "Oh, if Inter Miami's spending money, we should spend money." It's like, yeah, no duh, you should have been doing that before.
Yeah.
Like, also, what was it? I think yesterday or 2 days ago, the Chicago Fire also signed Kellen Acosta, who I think was either out of contract or they transferred him from LAFC, one of those two. But Kellen Acosta is a decent pickup. He's a decent MLS player. So it's like, why didn't you guys like get him before? I don't know. It's just weird to me. Let me see. Who else kind of went shopping? Orlando City signed midfielder Nico Lodero from Seattle. Nico Lodero, he's a longtime Seattle player. I mean, he's a really good pickup, honestly. I feel like other teams could have picked him up, but decided not to. He is a little bit older, I will admit, but he's been consistent. I think the only problem with him is that he's picked up too many injuries. So I'm pretty sure that might have been another reason why he, wasn't getting looks from MLS clubs. But yeah, and then also Orlando City did do some movement. They transferred Duncan McGuire to Blackburn Rovers. But Dan, you want to hear some shit? They were negotiating with the team Blackburn, right? And I think they right before he left the U.S., they were already having second thoughts, or there was something wrong. But they fixed it. And I shit you not, Danny. And the story goes is that he was on a plane to Blackburn to do his physical, because they agreed on the contract, right?
Yeah.
Guess what happened while he was in the air?
They traded him.
No, well,
Oh.
they didn't trade him, but then whatever contract they had, or I guess they had a verbal agreement, and upon him leaving the country into the airplane,
Oh, they backed out?
I guess, yeah, they were trying to back out, I think.
Dude, that's crazy.
Or they were trying to renegotiate. And so yeah, finally they were able to fix it. But yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Like, dude, that's bonkers, bro. I mean, it happens. That's soccer for you. It happens. This is not the first time I've ever heard a story like this. Like, shit goes sideways sometimes.
That's insane.
But yeah, I believe he is with Blackburn now in the UK. Let me see. Who else we got? LAFC also. I mean, this is older news, but LAFC signed goalkeeper Hugo Lloris, and he also, in quotations, re-signed, I think it was Eduardo Atuesta. I believe his contract had expired, or they had loaned him out, and yeah, they were able to get him back. So he's back with LAFC. FC Cincinnati signed defender Miles Robinson. I believe he was playing. Yeah, he was at Atlanta. A lot of people were hoping that he would, I guess, move out of the U.S. and go play somewhere else, considering he is a staple with the U.S. men's national team. So, I don't know. Who knows what his thought process was? I mean, the World Cup is coming here. He is a good defender. He's usually called up to play for the U.S., so maybe he thought, hey, I'll just stick around here and not go somewhere else.
They're going to call his name anyway.
Yeah, does that make any sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Or would you have maybe tried to get a bigger contract at like a second or third division team?
Oh, if that was me, I'm going for the bag, for sure.
Okay.
But
because the problem, I don't mean, but just a quick more explanation would. The other problem with that would be like if you went to like a second division team or a third division team, he's starting. But if he was trying to go to a first division team, he might not start, even though he would get the bag.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But if you don't start, the U.S. coach doesn't get to see you play.
Yeah. Yep. That is a big caveat. And
so what would you do? Would you stay in the MLS, get playing time, or gamble and work your way up in a club somewhere in Europe?
If it was me, I'd get the bag. I'm gonna be honest, that's me. But I'm also not in the sports athlete state of mind. I would like to, if I was at that level, I would love to play for the U.S. team. But I'll get the bag for sure.
Oh, okay. All right, I see you. But yeah, and then also FC Cincinnati sent out a player. They sent out dang it, is it Velasquez? Dang it, I'm forgetting his name. He also plays striker for the U.S. time to time. They sent him out to Monterrey and Liga MX. Let me see. I gotta look it up now. Monterrey, Vaz with a Z, Vasquez. Brandon Vasquez. Yeah, I think he scored like 3 goals in his first like 5 games. So he's doing a pretty good job for himself there. So yeah, I think it was a good move. So hopefully, his playing time and his efforts are rewarded playing in Liga MX in the Mexican League. Let me see who else we got here. FC Dallas, and this is one of those they have money but don't use it type of teams. Let me explain. FC Dallas may be the exception to this rule, considering they're known for selling players and not buying players. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Like Weston McKennie was sold to like Juventus, which is a big Italian first division team, by the way, from FC Dallas. And I think they did. Oh fuck, I forgot who it was. Someone from Dallas as well. Damn it, I'm gonna hate myself. But yeah, someone from Ricardo Pepi was sold from FC Dallas to a European club, a first division European club. So like I said, they're known for selling, not buying. But not this time. Like I said, they signed Petar Musa to a 4-year DP contract. So I'm not too familiar with him, but the fact that they signed, I believe, a striker is somewhat of a big deal. I don't know. Are you catching all this, Danny?
To be honest, not really.
Thank you, Danny, for.
These names are like flying over my head. You know what I'm saying? It's like.
No, well, I'm not familiar with some of these guys either, but like I'm just telling you, that's why I'm giving you the backstory to these guys. Like a lot of these teams don't buy nobody. They don't buy. It doesn't make sense.
They sound like they're brokers, like sending teams like overseas and whatnot. It's like, what are you? Why does the team even exist? Like, it. You know what I'm saying? If you're more like an auction, like a athlete auction, it's just really strange.
Because they're trying to be a selling league. I think because they've been burned too many times buying old players with big names. But it's like, no,
but
just
what are you
go
selling
find players
for?
in their prime.
Are they selling for draft picks and like stuff like that? That's not how MLS
for
works,
money.
though. Exactly.
No, for money, fool.
But what does it do? Like, if you got all that money, what are you doing? You're not buying. Like, what is it for?
You use it to buy players, or you invest it into your academy.
Yeah, but like you said, they don't buy players. Like, what is it for then? You know?
No. When I say they don't buy players, I mean like they're not buying players of use. Like, okay, I'll put it to you like this.
Are they getting young guys and investing in them, and hopefully they're turning into studs or something like that? What are they doing?
Yes,
I see.
Yes, that is a thing. That is a thing. A lot of teams have been doing that, which has worked for some, not for others. When I say teams aren't buying players, they're doing like literally they're doing the opposite of what me and you just said. Like, they're just buying players to get by.
I see what you're saying. They're grabbing star players to put themselves into like a place. But like you said, they can get burned.
They're not even buying star players. Like, they're just buying guys. Like, they might buy one or two good guys, and everyone else is either from the academy or whoever they could squeeze under the salary cap.
Yes.
Like, basically, they had, like I'm telling you, they in basketball terms, it's like if this is a terrible example. It's like if the Lakers skipped past LeBron.
But that doesn't make sense. Like,
no, I know. Okay, that's what I'm saying. They have money. The Lakers have money, right?
Yeah.
That's like if the Lakers.
But the Lakers didn't sell.
LeBron.
Like they didn't sell their young guys for nothing.
No, I know, but you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, okay, just think of it. I'm talking about the Lakers signed LeBron, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But at the cost of
if the Lakers,
their young guys.
No, okay, yes, of course, but I'm just saying in general, like they have the opportunity to sign really good players, but they're deciding to pass on and just sign fucking. They rather would sign Swaggy P. Does that make any sense?
I guess so. I guess so. So lower contract but bigger upside. They're looking for like those guys rather than a big name.
Lower contract, no upside.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I said. Less money.
Oh, it sounded like you said, yeah.
Less money. You're paying less money for a bigger upside.
No upside.
No upside. What?
When you say, yes,
upside.
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, that's the reason. If you're looking for, like, if you choose Paul George over LeBron, it's because you pay him less, and hopefully he develops to be someone close to LeBron, or at upper above. You hope that he becomes better than LeBron, but realistically, he just becomes a better player than what you picked him up as.
Yes, that's what they should be doing, but they're not.
So it doesn't make any sense.
They don't care. That's
it doesn't
what
make
I'm
any
saying.
fucking sense to me.
The past couple of years, they have not cared. Like, they did not give a shit. Like, especially like Chicago, or let me see. Like, I'm trying to think. Chicago's been Dallas. Just I don't know why. Houston kinda. New York Red Bulls has kind of started to do that. I don't know. They kind of abandoned buying big name or young talent. Like, I don't know. There's teams that just have not tried, and it's sickening. I don't know. Like, they just don't care. But that's what I'm saying. Like, now they're starting to care. Like, where was this the past couple of years? Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Like, you guys could have been wheeling and dealing this whole time, but apparently it's hard to get rid of $10 million. I don't know.
I don't know. It literally makes no sense to me. This is so backwards.
That's what I'm telling you. They don't, like, they could have been signing players, but they decided not to. Like, you guys could have been investing into young talent. You guys could have signed big name players to draw in ticket prices. Like,
Yeah,
the Galaxy just signed Gabriel Peck. He's like a young guy. He's Brazilian. I think he's 22, 23 years old. They just signed him to a record-breaking designated player contract as well. Like, I'm pretty sure. I mean, the Galaxy are known for throwing money, but they're gonna invest in him, and we're gonna see where it goes. But there's lots of teams in the league that just don't want to operate and just hope for the best. It's like, damn, like, you guys would rather be a bottom of the barrel team than try to win. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. That's what my whole point is. Like, they're starting to invest, but only because I think, like, Inter Miami signed Messi, Busquets, Jordi Alba. They also just added Luis Suarez. So it's like, all right, now we gotta pick up our shit. 'Cause if not, these guys are gonna run us over.
Yeah.
I know it's a lot of information, but that's what I'm saying. The point is, a lot of teams that didn't care now care.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a bit of a wheel and deal fest now. Everyone's gonna be trying to.
Well, I mean, I
pick up
hope
players,
so.
but
Like, they
hopefully.
better be investing in players, buying players, whatever.
Yeah. Hopefully, I mean.
But I digress.
Yep. A stagnant league, benefits nobody really.
Yeah, exactly. But Dan, do you have anything else to add or ask any questions in regards to the Major League Soccer season that's about to start?
Doesn't make any sense to me, still. But I'm excited. I'm excited to watch.
Alrighty then. But yeah, I think I yapped enough about Major League Soccer, so we're gonna be moving on into the warm up. Dan, I hope you're warmed up and your legs are stretched out, because we got an interesting topic to talk about today. So we're gonna be talking about unwritten rules in sports. I believe we might have talked about this in the past, but I think it might have just been me. Dang, do you remember if we've talked about this before, me and you? I don't think so, right?
I think we might have, like, in our first season or in the first year that we did it.
Well, I'm bringing it back because it's still pissing me off. So I'm bringing this up because there was a hockey game the other day in which I think the losing team optioned to take out their goalie to add another attacking player onto the ice, but their attack failed, in which the defensive team countered, and the attacker had a thunderous goal to close out the game, in which the losing team, one of their players, did not like that. So as the guy that slap shotted the goal skated away, he basically gets, like, forearmed in the back of the head.
Ooh.
Leading to a brawl. So yeah, that happened, which I don't have a problem with it. I mean, the net's open. There's no one defending you, and you decide to score a goal, just very hard, right when time expires.
Yeah.
And you're already winning. So, I mean, I don't know what the problem is there. I don't see it. Maybe I think because me and you are part of this new younger generation. I think me and you, if we were athletes, we'd be playing a totally different ball game. Basically, yeah. Honestly, I'm sick and tired of hearing a lot of the athletes, especially well, not with the athletes. I shouldn't say that. I retract that statement. I'm getting tired of going online and seeing people complain that, oh, why do you have to score the goal? They're already winning. Ugh. Like, bro, what is the point of a game, Danny? Can you tell me what the main purpose of a game is, Danny? Of a professional game? What is the purpose of the game?
win.
Exactly, to win. What do you need to do in most sports to win? Score points.
Of course.
Score goals.
Of course.
Be the team leading in numbers. So, for example, this always happens in baseball, especially the unwritten rule. Why are you hitting on a 3-0 count when you're winning 9-0? Well, why not? What you just want me to stand there and walk? Like, who says I have to change our mentality because you guys suck?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying, Danny?
Yeah.
And do you know what I'm talking about in baseball? It's a 3-0 count, 3 balls, no strikes. I hit a home run off of you. I didn't have to swing at that pitch. I could have just walked.
Yeah, it's true.
But I didn't. And I'm running up the scoreboard. Like, I don't know. And then, or for you, for basketball, your team's winning by 20 points. And you get a steal and you fucking alley-oop. Ah, damn it.
Alley-oop.
You throw the ball off the backboard to yourself and you dunk it. Like, is the losing team supposed to get, I mean, yeah, you should get mad about it. But is the winning team supposed to feel bad about it? No, I don't think so. Or for soccer, you're winning 5-0. It's the first half still. What are you supposed to just kick the ball around for the next hour? No, go score some more goals. The fuck? So, I'm getting tired of all these people complaining that, oh, the unwritten rule, you can't do this or that. What unwritten rule? What the fuck are you talking about? Is this sportsmanship? For me, sportsmanship is like, if you are going to have sportsmanship, is catering to the well-being of your opponent's health. Not if, oh, I feel bad because you guys are losing. Does that make any sense? I don't know. What's your opinion about the unwritten rules in sports, Danny?
I think, at times it makes sense, if you're up by quite a bit and whatnot, and you're throwing it down for disrespect. If the other team is showing no fight, like, it's just disrespect. Sometimes, I'm a basketball watcher. If you're up by 30 points and you're running up the typical thing, run out the shot clock because the other team, can tell by body language and whatnot, they've kind of given up, just run it out. But in that situation, like you had said, it's their fault. It's your own mistake. You took the goalie out. You took a chance. And what? You fucked up. You failed. Now that you fucked up, I get a highlight reel. That's not my fault. You guys messed up. That's a different thing, Yeah, I mean, I agree with you to a point, but yeah, if the other team is gonna leave an opening like that, I don't think that the winning team should be punished or should be looked at as dirty players or be booed or whatever. The other team fucked up. It's not it's not their fault. The other team did a bad job. They're already losing. They took a risk to try to get ahead, and it failed. So well, you gotta live with the results of it.
Yeah, I'm just sick and tired of hearing and seeing all this bullshit. Honestly, like, just play the damn game, like, dude. Like, like, I don't get it. Like, cause I know a good example. I think it was the Warriors. They were up by like 20, and I think, was it Swaggy P? How was it Swaggy P? Somebody did like a sick ass dunk, and what's the head coach name? Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr, yeah. He was pissed. Yeah.
He said like, you don't do that, and everyone was even like Curry.
I think it was against the Suns or something.
He was like, he did that, and we're up by 19.
Yeah.
Like, when is he supposed to do that? When the game is down?
I think it was against Zion. It was Zion when he dunked. I think back. Zion, he windmill dunked.
Yeah.
And they were like way up ahead.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, or for the Warriors. Wait, what? No, yeah, the Warriors were winning.
Wait, what? We're talking about two.
Yes, the Wait, I'm
why
talking
was
about
Steve
the
Kirby
Warriors
mad?
because they were winning by 20, Danny.
Not.
That's what I'm telling you.
No, the most recent time Steve Kerr was mad because the other team dunked on them when they were down.
Oh, well, that's another example.
That's a different thing.
All right, well, that's the opposite. No, well, I'm telling you, well, they were winning by like 20, and one of their players.
Oh, you're saying Steve Kerr was yelling at his player.
Yes.
Okay, I don't remember.
Yes, because he dunked it, and they're winning by 20, and then Draymond was like, "Oh my gosh," Curry couldn't believe it. I think it was when KD was still on the team. He was like, "What? Like, did he just do that?"
Yeah.
And we're winning by 20. Well, I mean, when is he supposed to do it, Danny? Is he supposed to do the windmill dunk when they're winning by 1 point?
I mean, he could have just laid it up, honestly.
I mean, he could have,
but
he didn't.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it just depends. I mean, if the other team is like letting the clock run out and you steal it and you dunk like that, that's like it's just straight up disrespect for no reason, right? Just lay it up. If they fucked up,
I know, but who said
it
it has to be disrespectful? It's the game. Like, what if I want to dunk? I'm gonna dunk the ball. Like, why do I? That's what I'm saying. Why do I have to cater to your feelings?
Well, it's not even just catering to the feelings. You're slamming the ball down for no reason. If the other team is showing no fight, it's like picking on, it's taking candy from a baby, right? Like what is it for? It's to put yourself ahead, like to get one basket for what, It's just the sportsmanship of it.
Yeah, but then they should be the ones that make it not happen. Like, play better defense, score more points.
Yeah, but if the situation is the other team is like letting the clock run out and you steal it from them and then you go on the other side and you dunk, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's disrespect. But if the other team is trying to make a play and they fuck up and they accidentally, they turn the ball over and you go and dunk, it's like, okay, oh well, whatever, you fucked up. I think it just depends a little bit more on what the other team is doing. If they're still trying to get into the game, however far they're down, they think a miracle can happen. If you fuck up, the winning team can capitalize. But if the other team has already given up and you're dunking on them or you're scoring for no reason other than just to score, I think that's when the disrespect comes in.
I don't know. I play until the last whistle. Simple as that.
Yeah, that's your own opinion, my boy.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you don't want me to hit the ball on a 3-0 count and we're winning 9-0. I mean, if I'm someone like that plays baseball, I get paid to hit the ball.
Yeah.
I don't get paid to get walked.
Yeah, sure.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Why do I have to cater for respect? The respect is that we're already playing the game. The respect is that I'm winning, you're not.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, don't let it happen in the first place.
That's true.
Like, why would a team be trying to run the clock out if they're losing by 20? Like,
yeah,
what?
I mean, well, some teams do.
It happens.
Some teams do.
I mean, yeah, it happens, but I don't know. I don't know why people could be having a hissy fit. That, oh, you're not supposed to do that. Who said? That's what I'm saying. Where are you guys making this shit up?
Yeah, I think it's just sportsmanship. Like you learn it from a young age. If if you're beating the other team so badly, there's no reason to pour it on. And you're doing that just to show, hey, we already beat you. There's no reason for you guys to feel even worse about us beating you by so many already, right? It's something that you learn as a young kid and then you just carry it on, because you're thinking, like you said, you're thinking of the other team's feelings, right?
I've never heard that.
Bro, what? We play ball together. Our coach did say that.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah, you dumb.
I'm like, bro, let's just play the game. Like,
the game is played.
I don't want to go much into it, but I just like to point out I was never really get the ball anyway. So if I had the chance to shoot, I was shooting the ball.
Yeah, but the game is played. If it's already done, it's done. There's like no chance they can come back. If there's no real reason to pour it on, why do it even in the first place? That's my take on it.
No, I get you, but I think what it is too, and with all these examples, a lot of those people that be talking about the unwritten rules are starting to die out, and this is like the new generation of players where I think what it is too, they're just trying to play the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they're not worried about fighting people after. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, and I think in general that I think there's a lot more teams that you know they just don't give up until the end anyway. So I feel like it's a different culture in general. Like miracles happen every day. Offenses in all sports are more efficient and perform better. So I think it's just different.
No, yeah, I think it's totally changed, but yeah, that's where I stand at. So all you old heads out there complaining about why they dunking and swinging and doing bullshit at the end of the games, like just stop, bro. Yeah, I need to calm the fuck down, dude. Like just let them play the game. Like if those people really wanted not to lose and look like it look silly, then could have played a little bit better that day. But I digress. But Dan, do you have anything else to add in our warm-up topic?
No, that's all I got, man.
Alrighty then. We are now in the rundown, which we don't have a lot, but we do have one big topic down here that I would like Danny to talk about really quickly. In which this weekend we have the NBA All-Star Game, or we shall say NBA All-Star Weekend, which will take place from February 16th to February 18th. And on day one, the 16th, we have the Basketball Hall of Fame news conference. We have the NBA All-Star Game, which is on ESPN at 7 p.m. Eastern at Lucas Oil Stadium. We have the Rising Stars Game at 9 p.m. Eastern on TNT. Then on Saturday, Danny, we have on the 17th at 11 a.m. Eastern. That's where we have the NBA All-Star Practice. We will also have the HBCU game at 2 p.m. Eastern on ESPN, ESPN2, TNT, NBA TV. We will also have, let me see what else we got. We have the Commissioner, Adam Silver, doing, I guess, a State of the Union type of conference. NBA TV, NBA app, 7 p.m. Eastern. And then, excuse me, at 8 p.m. Eastern, is the State Farm All-Star Saturday Night. Not a sponsor. You catch the game on TNT, and which will have the Kia skill. Dang, I'm trying not to say sponsor. Not a sponsor. We have the Skills Challenge. We have the 3-point contest, which will feature Stephen Curry versus Sabrina Ionescu.
Yep. Ionescu.
And then at the end, we will have the AT&T. Damn it, AT&T not a sponsor. Slam Dunk Challenge contest.
Damn, you good? You want me to read the rest?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. That I'm doing. I'm heated still. I'm still heated.
Relax, bro.
And then Sunday, February 18th, 11:30 a.m. Eastern, is the NBA Legend Awards. We catch that on NBA TV. At 1:30 Eastern, we have the G League Up Next game. And then at the end of the night, 8 p.m. Eastern, we have the 73rd NBA All-Star Game on TNT. So, Danny, really quick, what are you looking forward to with the NBA All-Star Weekend?
Yeah, I'm happy to see it go back to East-West. It should be fun. Hopefully, it's a little competitive. That 3-point contest is going to be sick. We got a lot of great people in the slam dunk contest this year. I think Aaron Gordon is in it, I believe, right? Slam dunk contest. But I mean everything. Rising Stars. I mean the All-Star contest, or the All-Star Weekend this year is really stacked. I think. Karl Anthony Towns is going into the regular 3-point contest as well. Who is playing? Participants are Jaylen Brown,
has
Mac McClung, Jaime Jaquez Jr., and Jacob Toppin, which I think is is he first year? I don't even know. That's cool.
No, yeah. So yeah, Jaylen Brown from the Celtics, Jaime Jaquez Jr. from the Heat, Mac McClung from the G League, and yeah, Jacob Toppin from the Knicks.
Yeah, Mac
so,
McClung,
McClung's coming back.
champ.
He's coming back to defend.
He was sick with it last year. Really showed out for the G League. Yep, super entertaining. And
Yeah, I
then
mean,
as for the
hopefully they keep
3-point
it going.
contest,
What do you got?
this
Who
year
do you
we've
think is
got
gonna win?
Malik Beasley, Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Halliburton, Dame Lillard, Laura Markkinen, Donovan Mitchell, Karl Anthony Towns, and Trey Young. Should be all blah blah blah. All of them are great 3-point shooters. I got my money on. Damn, it's tough. It could be any of these guys, but I think I got my money on Trey. I'm a Hawks guy. I'm gonna put my money on Trey this year.
Let me see. Who do I think is gonna win? I mean, Dame is good. Wait,
Dame is
who'd you
good.
say?
There's Dame, Tyrese
Wait,
Halliburton,
wait, no.
Jalen
Who did you
Brunson,
say was gonna win?
Trey Young.
Trey Young. It's either gonna be Damian Lillard or Donovan Mitchell for me.
Donovan Mitchell. Okay, two great choices. Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
should
yeah.
be a lot of fun. We'll see how things shake out. I hope the All-Star game is gonna be competitive. Going back to East West, but should be a sick
All right,
one this year.
Who wins it?
Oh, the West for sure. There's no shot.
Oh, stacked. No, I think so too.
The West is stacked. It's crazy.
You have 2 Laker players, 2 Suns players, two Clipper players. Who do you
Don't
got?
get me
on
wrong.
East?
The
You got,
East is great. You got 2 Celtics. You've man, you had 2 Knicks, but Julius Randle is out. You got Tyrese Maxey. You got Trey Young in there. Yeah, but it's great. But I think the West got it. There's no shot.
Yeah,
Paolo
I think
Banchero
they
in
got
the
it in the
East.
bag.
It's great.
So look forward to a comprehensive review of the All-Star break sometime soon by Danny Tan.
Yes, sir.
But yeah. Are you good? Can we move on in the rundown really quick? I got a few
Go
more
ahead.
things that we're gonna wrap up.
Yeah.
CONCACAF Champions Cup started last week. The games have been interesting. Let me see. We had dang, did my thing disappeared here? It's gone. Okay, great. Oh no, right here. Real Estel upset America. Upset America 2-1 at home. Monterrey beat Comunicaciones 4-1. Toluca beat Herediano 2-1. Chivas Guadalajara beat Forge 3-1. Cade Cow scored 2 goals in there. Shout out to him. Vancouver and Tigres tied 1-1. And as of this recording, the second legs of those matchups have started. So if you have not yet seen those matchups, they are underway. But we have a bunch of more first leg games. We also have St. Louis versus Houston, Saprissa versus Philadelphia, Independiente going up against New England. We also have Calvary going up against Orlando, and then Mocha versus Nashville, Calvary FC, Cincinnati, Orlando. And then we move on to the second leg. So if you have not yet, go check out the CONCACAF Champions Cup. Very exciting, always random. You never know where you're going to get. From Champions Cup to Champions League and UEFA, as of this recording, 2 fixtures have already happened. Man City defeated Copenhagen 3-1, and Real Madrid defeated RB Leipzig 1-0. And we also, this week of this recording, we also have Lazio versus Bayern Munich and PSG versus Real Sociedad. And then next week, we will have Inter Milan going up against Atletico, PSV versus Dortmund, FC Porto versus Arsenal, and Napoli versus Barcelona. Then after that, we would have the second legs in March. So keep an eye out for that, everybody. And then we also, a quick score update. We had the Team USA women's basketball team playing an Olympic qualifying where they won all 3 of their games. Team USA won 81-79 against Belgium in their first game, 100-46 over Nigeria, and 101-39 over Senegal. So congratulations to you ladies. I believe, they continued their Olympic journey. So congrats to you guys. And then lastly, the next big race for NASCAR is the Daytona 500 at Daytona International Speedway on Sunday, February 18th at 2:30 p.m. Eastern on Fox. So if you're a race car head, go check that out. But other than that, Danny, do you have anything else to say?
Nah, I mean, I think you hit every goddamn sport. I think we hit every sport today. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I mean the
I think
women's.
the only thing we haven't hit.
Sorry.
What
Go
are
ahead.
you gonna say?
Oh, I was just gonna
There's
say
no
the women's
NWSL news
national
yet.
team. Oh no, I'm just saying the women's basketball was sick. I saw the Belgium buzzer beater. Awesome.
Mhm.
Awesome that they squeaked by. They should be killing them though. I'm disappointed. Just a little disappointed, but I'm sure they're gonna pick it up.
Bruh. Oh,
Yeah, that's all I got, man.
just in. I kid you not. As of this recording, the U.S. men's national team announced that they will be playing a friendly ahead of the CONMEBOL Copa America. They will be playing Colombia on June 8th, 5:30 p.m. Eastern, Landover, Maryland, at FedEx Field. So look out for that. Hopefully, we'll talk about it later when the time comes by in the summer. But yeah, if that's everything, Danny.
That's all I got, man.
Thank you for listening to Rambling Runoff. If you are listening on YouTube, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you're on Spotify, give us 5 stars. We're also on Spotify for podcasters, Amazon Music, Apple Music, and Google Podcasts. Please give us a follow wherever you're listening. If you want to hear more from us on social media, hit us up on X, aka Twitter, at Rambling Runoff. Also on Instagram, at Rambling Runoff. And if you want a little bit more extra stuff, we're also on TikTok, so check us out there. But yeah, wrapping it up here. I've been your host, Robert Rios, from my co-host, Danny Tan. We will see you next time. Also, no show next week, okay, everybody? See you next time. Bye.
See ya. Peace.